Good evening! It is Friday the 30th of October. I'm Tom, otherwise known as the Man in the Hat. This is Poppy, and this is Pollock Pooch's Dog Walking End of the Week Roundup. And boy, what a week it has been! We have a question first. I want some answers in the comments. Hit like, subscribe on YouTube. Poppy says you have to. Is it too early to wear Christmas hats and start celebrating Christmas? To be honest, there's a word we're not going to mention. It's up there, but you know that word, and we're just done with it. They're done with the whole of 2020. And personally, I mean, there's a bit of a debate in our house. Cat, the only cat in the pack, says like it's not Christmas. Poppy doesn't seem to have an opinion on this at the moment. She's knackered. But let's just make it Christmas now. We'll bash through Christmas. We'll have a really good Christmas. It's going to be socially distant. I'm stepping very close to the word we don't say. But it's going to be that sort of Christmas anyway. So we might as well just do it in the next month. Completely skip November. We'll have December. We'll sort it out in another year. We'll balance out the months. We'll add a new month or something like October, to catch ourselves back up to the right place in the calendar. But let's just start Christmas now, get Christmas over and done with, fire straight into 2021 and start having a better time. We can get the normal hats back, forget Christmas this year, which is just, don't mention the word, and fire into a new year and a new beginning. So, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever you're watching this. But, let's scrap this, and the word we don't mention, and get straight into the end of the week roundup. Now, we all know that the week starts on a Monday, and there is a walk, and it is the Monday AM Adventures, and it is named after Minion. It is Monday Morning Minion Madness, normally with Millie, Wee Molly, Pretty Charlie. But Wee Molly was off. Millie had just gone into heat. Obviously, Wee Alfie there as well. And it was really tough. Minion's a funny one. When a dog goes into heat, he doesn't seem to feel it in the same way as other dogs. It just makes him loopy. And we already named a walk after him for his Monday Morning Minion Madness. So you can imagine with him being loopy as well, it's a little bit tough. Let's see a couple of second clip of him running around.
Good morning, welcome to Monday Minion Madness.
Yeah, so as you can see, it was hard work, but it was really, really good fun. Moving straight on into Tuesday. We didn't have Millie out on Tuesday. With Millie being in heat, she won't be out for a couple of weeks, and she is sorely missed. She's one of my best mates, eh? She's so nice to me. I love her so much. So she's not coming out at the moment, which means I've got to deal with the rest of them without my vital assistance and support from Millie. It also meant that we had to rename Spaniel. It's normally Spaniel Wednesday on a Tuesday, but then it became not Spaniel Wednesday on a Tuesday, but the names are just out of all control. I've got to stop naming walks longer and longer things, but I love it. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? And we had really, really good fun. And then Poppy got really angry at me at lunchtime. Let's have a look at her being angry. Yeah, there she is being angry, and she's angry at me because I gave her half my homemade stew, and I didn't give her the other half. I had the audacity to eat it myself. How dare I eat her stew that I shared with her? I don't really know what she was thinking about that, but she was raging about the whole thing. To be honest, she just doesn't like the rain at all, so she's starting the day pretty raging, but she loves coming out, so it's a bit of a balance. What else happened that day? We had Benji, Toby and Wee Alfie out in the afternoon. We're going to do some time travelling now. Ready? Woo!
So as you can see, Benji has just become an amazing forest adventurer. Really, really on point. He's watching what we're doing all the time. He was a well-trained off-lead dog before he came to us. He just hadn't been in a pack before. And it's always slightly different with pack dynamics. Go on, good boy. There's a bit to learn about moving in a pack, being in a pack, making friends. But he has learned it all in such a short space of time. Right, hold guys. Squirrel, I see it. Come on. So as you can see, obviously Toby and wee Alfie are doing wonderfully as well. I think we'll flip back to the end of the week roundup. But I just wanted to give you this little thing, a little flashback in time. This is Turbo Tuesday PM, and wonderful little gang these days, eh? But missing Millie. Right, back to the now.
So you heard a little bit from Tom back in time on Tuesday talking about it. At the end of that walk, I was just like, oh, it was crazy, crazy good how excited I was. In fact, like, not only did I make a video on the walk about how good the walk is, I made a video about it afterwards. So, a little bit more time travelling. So let's jump over to, or backwards, to last Tuesday after the walk was over and see how well it went. Hear a little bit more about Toby and Benji as well, who's doing amazing. Ready?
Thanks, Tom. So we've just jumped back in time again to the end of Turbo Tuesday PM. That was Benji, Toby and wee Alfie. Just probably the greatest walk, like, ever. I know I always say that because I just love it, but like, it was just fantastic. They were brilliant. Bit of a shame Poppy didn't come, but she seems quite happy because she's the only one of us that isn't soaking wet right now. But like, the only like behavioural issue we had to deal with on the whole of Turbo Tuesday PM was that Toby came over to me and he complained. He said like, oh, said in dog words, woof woof woof. He said wee Alfie was just chasing him too much, and I had to stop him. So I stopped wee Alfie chasing him. I spoke to him. Now Toby, calmed him down, kept him close, and the second I released them again to go and play, Toby jumped over the top of Benji, like right over the top of him, landed on the ground, stance, and then chased wee Alfie around the forest at 100 miles an hour. I mean, like, I'd literally just had words with them about exactly that, and then boom, Toby reverses the tables and he's off. Right, back forwards in time to Friday now. Take over, Tom.
Right, and we are back to today. Today, which is Friday. Very confusing when you're doing an end of the week roundup. This much time travel, it cannot be good for you. But we've got to enjoy it for the dogs. So, Wednesday, Wild Wednesday AM. It was tough. Why was it tough? Well, because we didn't have wee Molly out, and because we didn't have Millie out, it means the dogs out, which was Big Alfie, Minion, and Pretty Charlie, or Charlie Chase as he's now known. Now, they all do really, really well. Like, they are brilliantly trained dogs, but we've completely changed the dynamic by removing 2/5 of that group. So, like, the dogs that, I just try and call dogs people, we're just going to go with it. The people they're normally playing with and having fun with, they're not there. So the whole dynamic of the group takes this dramatic shift. And what we have instead of it being sort of 3 dogs that are really hyper and big and playful, and 2 dogs that are smaller, also quite hyper and playful, dogs pairing up and playing together, we've just got the 3 really big dogs all playing together. That's some tough times. Let's have a little look at let's jump back and look at me talking about sort of a bit of discipline.
So I just stopped there for a minute to have another stern word with Big Alfie and Minion. I sort of thought not having the other 2 dogs means the focus of attention of any one dog is on the other 2 at any one time, and these are the 3 super high energy heavy players, so we are being very careful with them. They are listening, they are responding, but they are also desperate to go. Right, bring it in, guys. Go on, guys. Good boy, Union. Good. Right. Sensible faces for sensible places. Come on. Let's go, guys.
Tough times, but really, really good fun. I'm looking forward to Millie and wee Molly getting back and that dynamic returning to something a little bit less wild, although Wild Wednesday AM is always wild. What about Wild Wednesday PM? Right, so I got out of the van and my spidey senses were tingling instantly. So I walked into the fields. I just left the dogs in the van for a minute. I walked into the fields for safety, for my gut. There were 8 dogs in the fields already, all coming towards the entrance. Had we got out at that time, we would have seen all of them, would have bumped into them all leaving. So it's a good job we didn't. Not that any of these dogs are bad with other dogs, but when they're excited right at the start, that is the hardest time. So the dogs didn't see the dogs that left. They also didn't see these deer. And I'm going to insert the clip of me videoing the deer. Please bear in mind that my camera's rubbish, like my phone camera. So every time I video deer, it looks like that bad footage that people take of UFOs.
Yeah, look. Silver, it's shining silver.
So let's see this terrible footage.
Oh, my camera's not good enough to... Cute little fluffy bums of deers. Just disappearing into the bushes cautiously. And that's why I came to look what was in the field before I took the dogs out of the van, eh? Beautiful day, but I see a lot of other dogs, and that was some deer. Very exciting start to Wild Wednesday PM.
Okay, and some terrible narration. That was the deer on Wild Wednesday. So the dogs went into the fields. We got really hyper Tyson. We got Big Wilfred, and there was another Newfoundland, the female Newfoundland, in the field, like just leaving as we arrived as well. So that's going to get him up. Like, whoa, that's going to get his attention. And they are having to, and they actually tangled me up, and Wilfred managed to trip me up. And it's only the second time I've ever fallen down walking dogs. But God, they were just darting around every single bush, getting absolutely tangled. But we did manage to settle down Wild Wednesday PM, and then we're gonna jump back, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about Pretty Molly's recall. Let's see her recall in action now. Tom?
Thanks, Tom. Great to be here out backwards in time on Wild Wednesday. We want to talk about Molly, don't we? Okay, so how is Molly getting on? Molly is a fantastic member of the pack, really playful, really fun, really good with other dogs, but she escaped recall training on the basis that she was just so well behaved and followed so well that somehow she managed to miss all the Pollock Pooch's basic training, as I'm sure you've been telling people. But look at it now. Molly! Come on, Molly, come on, all the way. Come on, Molly, come on. Good girl. Oh, well done. Right, back to you, Tom.
Right, thanks, Tom. So, she is doing incredibly. And they're all doing really, really well. And that was a really tough time for them on Wild Wednesday, with it smelling like so many dogs all at once. Any dog is going to struggle with a field smelling so fresh of so many dogs, especially similar breeds to the ones that are in there. But they all did incredibly, and I'm really proud of them. So let's just see a little clip of them leaving, like us going home from Wild Wednesday PM, which settled down into Well Behaved Wednesday. All right, let's see it.
What a difference getting the energy out of them, mates. We're just getting ready to leave Wild Wednesday. Look at Molly leading the pack. Wilfred, nice and relaxed. Lexi still following me in case there's treats. And Tyson's still very, very keen to go. But so we've had to slow him down so the rest can achieve the slowness that they are deserving after this amount of exercise.
And after that, we obviously moved into Thursday, and to be honest, right, Thursday must have been one of the muddiest days ever. Let's have a little look at how muddy the fields were. This is just getting out the van. I mean, how rough is that? But we've got a bit of a pro tip and a professional dog walker's trick. Now, if we jump back in time to Thursday in the fields, Tom will explain all about how to clean a dog on a muddy day.
That's right, Tom. A professional dog walker's tip. If you've got a dog that loves to get muddy, while it's muddy, it's also been raining. If it's been raining, the grass is wet. If the grass is wet, drag them through the long grass. So when I say drag them, stomp through yourself. It'll clean your boots, it'll clean the dogs, and you can spend more time having fun with the dogs and less time spraying them with a cold hose, which is never any of their favourite thing, really. Alfie just drinks it most of the time if you try and hose him down. Back to you, Tom.
So effectively, what's being said, I've just mentioned rain in there, mud, and she's huffed. Effectively, what's being said there is you can use the grass like a Brillo pad to scrub the undercarriage of the dogs and the legs clean. Now, Thursday afternoon, we had a little look for Thea. For those that don't know, let's have a look at this is the missing poster for Thea. It breaks her heart. I can hear the passion in the posts of the family looking for her. It's on Facebook. Go to look up the page, find Thea, and oh, it's absolutely heartbreaking. So I went out with Wilfred, Lexi, and Toby in the afternoons, and if we go and have a look, I asked them to just be quiet and have a look with me. And they're a really good pack. So let's jump to Thursday and have a little look at them helping me look.
Look at that, eh? They know I'm keeping an eye out for Thea. I mean, they know I'm looking for something. I'm always scanning around. So and I'm not shouting. I'm instead being sedate. I'm keeping an eye out for a lost dog that was lost just round here. And it's amazing, eh? Look how sedate they are. They're following close, sticking close together as a pack, being extremely well behaved, and we're having an adventure of a difference. Oh, it's amazing the ability of Wilfred, Toby, and Lexi to take cues on the tone and respond to it. Look, Wilfred was about to run. He normally would have, but he didn't. Instead, he slowed back down again. Aren't they clever things, eh?
And then we got to Friday. I have purposely kept Fridays a little quiet. We've had a really hard time recently, and I love enjoying my job, and it's nice to have a quiet Friday where I can spend it with some of my besties. I spent the morning with Big Alfie, and we got to have loads of fun. We ran around together and we did some one-to-one, and it's really good to get out with Big Alfie. He is at peak sort of training and absorbing it all at the moment. His age as a Labrador, he is absorbing it. So it's really good to do some one-to-one with him every now and again, so I jumped at that opportunity. And then in the afternoon, we got to take out new Molly. That's right, newbie alert. Every day this week, I've been visiting her. Here's a couple of photos. And here's a little video of her walking on lead around. But then, on Friday, we actually took her out. And let's see a look at her on the long line, just loving being out with Pollock Pooches for the first time.
Oh, you're so cute. Go on, Molly, this way. Oh, she is headstrong. I can see, Tom, we're going to have some trouble with her, but it's also going to be an absolute joy. Come on, focus on me. No. Come on, this way. Molly, this way. She is going to have to learn the pack goes in the pack's direction, not her own direction. Oh, that's one of the joyous things to teach about pack walking. But let's go back and see her first log jump. So we're going to go back in time from being back in time now, then we're going to go forwards in time to you, Tom. So let's have a look at that log jump. Sorry, Tom. We interrupt the new Molly log jump for some breaking news. We are hiding in a bush. How you doing, Molly? Hey, we go. We don't want to be on camera. We are hiding in a bush, looking at a fox. Let's flip round and see the fox. More UFO footage. That is a fox sitting right there. It's literally sitting right there. Let's see if we can get a closer look. It's just hanging out in the forest right next to us. It's a fox. It's just laying down. Look. There it is. Seen us. Oh, and it's off. We might get a clear shot of it. Oh, it's down there and it goes. Okay, so that was cool, eh? Let's get back to the, well, I don't know why I'm whispering anymore, it's gone. Let's get back to, let's get out of the bush and let's get back to the New Molly log jump. And then back to the now from then over time travel. Hurts your brain. Let's see New Molly do a log jump. That'll soothe my aching time traveling brain. Come on! Come on! Go on, you can do it! Come on, New Molly! Come on! Come on! Problem solve it! Go on, you can do it! Yeah! Well done! You're so clever! Oh, you're awesome! Oh, girl, we're gonna have some adventures together. Huh? Should we go have one now? Oh, let me untangle. Oh gosh! Right, let me untangle you and me and everything, and then let's go have an adventure.
And that is our Pollock Pooch's end of the week roundup. And what another amazing set of adventures. I just love being out with them. It's the best feeling in the world to be out. They teach me lots of stuff. I hopefully teach them a little bit. But to be honest, the dogs do all the work. I just point. I just point in the right direction. They do everything. It is a wonderful experience. And just before we go, Jake of Charlie, Jake and Murphy, he had a birthday on Wednesday. Now, he wasn't out with us on Wednesday, which is why we haven't had a fanfare about the whole thing. But he did come out with us on Tuesday and Thursday. And he's obviously the same age as his brother. His brother I walked last year. His name is Buddy. Let's see Jake and Buddy when they were tiny. This is the old now and then thing. Here's the then. Aren't they absolutely adorable? And let's see them now. How they've grown, eh? They're beautiful dogs. They're amazing off-lead dogs, both of them. Jake, I seem to have won Jake's heart, which is a little harder to do than some dogs. And he won mine along the way. Like, I love Jake. He's brilliant. I love Buddy too, but I don't know him very well. But Jake is awesome. So that's it. That's our end of the week roundup. Wasn't it a brilliant week? And do you know what? Monday is going to be another brilliant week to come. Until then, stay safe, wash your hands, stay inside, cuddle your dog, have an awesome socially distant weekend. We'll be thinking about all of you. And hit like, hit subscribe. Poppy says you have to. And go and tell someone about us, please. Write a comment, tell us what you think about us, and go and tell someone else. If you like us, go tell someone else. And if you don't tell someone else. See you later, everyone.